All right, what is up, guys? This is a special day. I just wanted to share with you guys a new car that I got. It's not a new car. It's new to me, but it's a used car and something I've been looking for a real long time now. It is a 1999 10th anniversary edition Mazda Miata. And without further ado, here it is. All right, this is a limited edition car. They made 7,500 of these. This color, it's a sapphire blue color, which is unique to the 10th anniversary edition. All these cars come with a special badge. There it is right there. 4486 out of 7,500 made. So now this car did come with the original hardtop on here, and this car's in great condition. Now this is actually a Canadian car. So when I first got it, I was asking the guy about the mileage on it, and he was telling me it had like 172,000 miles, but I was okay with it. The price was a little high. I was going to use that as a little negotiation to bring the price down. Thought it was a little too high of a mileage, but come to find out that it was a Canadian car, and the miles that he was quoting me on the vehicle was actually in kilometers. So I did my calculations, and it actually came out to 109,000 miles, which is nothing for this engine. This is the NB edition, so just the basically the second generation. It's an NB1. It's the second generation Miata, and you know, they're up to the NDs now. So I used to have one of these vehicles, and but I did not have a hardtop before. I sold it, kind of regretted it. Glad I found another one that kind of fits what I've been looking for. So here it is. Pretty clean car. There's no rust in it. I'll show you the inside. So here's the interior. This interior is also unique to the 10th anniversary edition. There's the color scheme. It's a blue cloth or Alcantara insert with black leather bolstering. The shift knob, same thing. That's unique to that also. It's a Nardi shift knob, and also the steering wheel. It's a Nardi steering wheel. Everything in this car is original. The guy took great care of this car. I was a little bummed out that it did not have any air condition when I got it. Not that you really need air condition here in San Diego, but I love air condition. I drive air condition when it's winter time. I hated the fact that the speedometer was reading in kilometers. So one of the first mods that I did to this car was I got a new gauge cluster off a donor Miata. It was a 2000 Miata, and I was able to change it. Now the clusters on here used to look black. This donor Miata that I got this cluster from had the white gauge cluster, which I think it makes it look pretty cool, a little retro right there. But it's original Miata part, and it was plug and play rather than going through the internet and paying like $120 or so for some gauge faces. I was able to get this for $40, and that was the whole gauge cluster and everything. So I popped those gauges out, and now my gauges read in miles per hour instead of kilometers. I still kept the original housing for the gauge cluster, so my miles, or the miles on the vehicle, actually still reads kilometers as far as the mileage on the vehicle. So yeah, there it is right there. Show you a little bit of the engine compartment. And there's the engine compartment right there. So a couple mods that I've already done to the car, like I said, actually one of the first things that I did was off of the donor Miata that I got. I paid the guy 200 bucks and he let me pull out his entire air condition system on there. We went through YouTube and I was able to get a new air conditioning unit put in here. There it is right there, coming out of the firewall, and it comes in all the way through there. I can't really see it. There's a condenser, and if you can see, right down there is my compressor. Pretty easy fix. Didn't think I could do it, but a couple YouTube videos and a couple instructional videos online, I was able to get this on by myself. Next thing I did was a K&N aftermarket cold air intake, which is not really a cold air. This doesn't really do anything as far as performance to the vehicle, but it makes the engine roar, or at least sound like it's going pretty fast. This was used also. I paid 170 bucks for this. Cost about $240 brand new. The cool thing about this is the guy I bought it from had this heat shield that came with it. Now, I've never seen one of these for sale. That was one of the gripes about the K&N Typhoon cold air intake, is that it got too much heat from the manifold right there. There's a lot of heat comes out from that manifold. So this heat shield basically protects the air that's coming into the intake, and kind of keeps it a little bit more cool because separate compartments. So it's cool that I was able to find this thing used, and it came with that heat shield. So there it is right there. Sounds pretty cool. Engine's pretty clean. One other thing, there's the engine bay. It's pretty clean. And one thing that I liked about this car that I was also looking for, because I want to autocross the car, I want to track the car, and one thing that I found out was you need ABS. There's the ABS on the car right there. So glad not too many Miata NBs come with the ABS, but this one happened to come with it. So pretty clean engine here. There's no rust. I looked all over this car. There's no rust in the vehicle. Came with the hard top. Here are the wheels on it. I mean, the tires were brand new. Right. These chrome 5-spoke rims are also unique to the Mazda Miata 10th anniversary edition. And so you can look at the trunk here. Everything's clean. This is a clean car. Let's see. Came with all the original tires, jack, and everything. Another thing that I've done to this car already is didn't have a front license plate. You need a front license plate here in California. So I went to the Garage Star website and I was able to get a Garage Star front license plate mounting bracket, and there it is right there. So it's a little offset. If you look, a little offset. That was an easy install. It comes right into the tow hook, right in the back there. One bolt holds it in, and it's pretty solid. So there's the car. And I guess, let me see here, the $1 million question is, how much did I pay for the car? The guy was asking 4,900 bucks, and I was able to pay, I couldn't get it down that much. I got 4,700 for it, which is not bad, I think, for this vehicle. Like I said, I've been looking around for it. So 109,000 mile, 1999. We're looking about a 17-year-old car, 4,700 bucks, and it runs absolutely amazing. All right, guys. So a couple of the things I have planned for this car is I want to prep it for track and autocross. That's basically the reason why I got it. It's going to be a weekend car. I'm going to use it for some spirited driving, canyons close to my house. Once again, I'm from San Diego, California, and we got a ton of canyon riding up here, up in the Palomar Mountains, and even up in the Los Angeles County area, which is only like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive for me. We have the Azusa Canyons. There's a whole bunch of places where you can go for some spirited driving on this vehicle. I need to prep it for track, and I'm registered to go to a track day up at Chuckwalla Valley Raceway, and that's up in the desert, about a 3-hour drive due northeast of San Diego. So I'm looking forward to that. The only problem is they will not let me track this car on the raceway without a roll bar on the vehicle. So the first thing I need to do is get a roll bar, and I've already ordered one from Bethania Garage. Once that comes in, I'm going to do an unboxing of that, give you my first impressions of the roll bar. I'm going to do an installation video on the roll bar. I know there's a ton of installation videos, but I'll go and do another one to let you guys know what challenges that I faced during the install of that roll bar. So that's coming up. If you guys want to come along for the ride and see what I have going on for this Mazda Miata project, hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Take care.